Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vincent E. Mirasol. I'm here again to discuss a new topic which is entitled Comparing Economic System. So before I start, don't forget to click like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Comparing Economic System. Capitalism, communism, and socialism describe different economic systems. So what is economic system? An economic system consists of the institutions and the method by which resources are allocated and products and services are distributed. So before I discuss these subtopics, capitalism, socialism, and communism, economic system provides needs for citizens by answering several questions like what resources such as oil reserves or rich farmland does the country have? What can be produced from them? How should goods and services be produced from the available resources? And how are the goods and services distributed among those who live there? Different economic systems around the world answer these questions in the different ways. The resources of an economic system are called factors of production. These are things like land, workers, and money that countries have and then used to make a profit. Countries need them to produce goods and services. Land, this includes all natural resources such as soil, water, air, and minerals. Workers, these are the people who produce goods and services. Then money, this is the capital used to produce goods. Before the mid-80s, much as Western world followed the course where individuals own private property, business, and the profits that came from the good investment, this is called capitalism. So what is capitalism? Capitalism is an economic system in which private individuals or business own capital goods. The production of goods services is based on supply and demand in the general market known as market economy. So in 1848, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels turned the world upside down with their book Communist Manifesto. Marx and Engels pointed out the unequal wealth of capitalism. They predicted a worldwide fight against capitalism. They thought those with less money would demand wealth be distributed evenly among all people. So there are characteristics of capitalism. Capitalism is based on a private ownership and individual economic freedom. This means most factories and businesses are owned by private individuals, not the government. So these are the following characteristics of capitalism include free competition. So in this case, free competition, capitalism says that people should compete freely. There should not be interference from the government or others. So this means that the government cannot help one's business have an advantage over another. Instead, the business or a person with the best product and the production will be the most profitable. Prices will be kept as low as possible because of the people buying the products. They will seek the best choice for the less amount of money. Supply and demand. Prices are determined by how many products there are and how many people want them. So in this case, when supply increase, prices tend to drop. If prices drop, demand usually increase until supplies run out. Prices will rise again when demand also rises. Supply and demand work in a cycle to keep prices from getting too high or too low. Next is communism. Communism is meant to correct the problems caused by capitalism. The most important principle of communism is that no private ownership of property should be allowed. So, the father of communism is Karl Marx, the 19th century father of communism. Karl Marx was outraged by the growing gap between communism is Karl Marx, the 19th century father of communism. Karl Marx was outraged by the growing gap between the rich and the poor. He thought capitalism made rich people richer by taking advantage of workers, who would eventually rise against the rich because they were so unfairly treated. Marx thought communism would eventually replace capitalism. He believes that the private ownership encouraged greed that motivated people to take out their competitions, no matter what the result. Communism says property should be shared and the people should ultimately control the economy. The goals of communism are to do away with the gap between the rich and the poor and to have an equal economy for everyone. The government job should be to exercise control in the name of the people, at least during the move from capitalist to communism. Next is socialism. Socialism, like communism, calls for putting the major means of production in the hands of the people, either directly or through the government. Socialism also believes that wealth and income should be shared more equally among people. Some socialists have the same beliefs as communists, but others believe socialism should be somewhere between capitalism and communism. Socialism differs from the communism in that it does not believe workers will overthrow capitalists suddenly and violently. Socialism also does not believe that all private property should be eliminated. Its main goal is to narrow, not totally do away with, the gap between the rich and the poor. Socialism believes that the government should redistribute wealth by taxing the rich to make society fairer. So in overall, there is no purely capitalist or communist economy in the world today. For example, the capitalism of United States as a social security system that provides money to people when they retire. The United States also has a government-owned postal service. But the Communist of China now allows its citizens to keep some of the profits they earn. According to Milton Friedman, the essential notions of capitalist society is voluntary cooperation, voluntary exchange. The essential notions of socialist society is force. So that's all about my topic, comparing economic systems. I hope you learned something about my discussions. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to follow more updates about my channel. Thank you, guys.